1 and 2's on screens. Good. All right, there we go. Hey
There
guys.
we go.
Woohoo! Look at Jeff. Look at how good you look on stream, dude. Seriously.
I'm gonna admit you do look good.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm
there he
jealous.
Scare him away.
goes.
I'm a little jealous.
and then
And
he.
he's not taking off the sunglasses.
I don't know what he's doing. Anyways, all right.
Sorry, thank you. I should have accepted a compliment.
You should.
I'm working on that. Therapy.
Oh boy.
Music, Andy.
All right, so let's bring it in, Andy. Last session began with you guys within the dimly lit walls of Arlen's house. Seated around the dining room table, an unsettling feeling crept over each of you as you sensed something wasn't quite right. As the suspicion brewed, and under your questioning, Arlen led you into the basement, a place steeped in tension and hidden secrets. You guys saw the books on the desk, and there were journals, and there was a protection sigil wrapped around this malformed humanoid as something otherworldly leaked out of his his body, which was the words leaked out as that ended. You guys questioned him, you gathered some information, and when that was all expended, you headed to the Honeybrook apiary, where, as you approached, the hives were somewhat healthy and still flying around, and as you got closer to the house, they got less. You saw April out spinning some honey. She brought you into the house, where you guys learned that her brother has been experiencing nightmares, and her mom and dad took him to Holsteed, and she couldn't leave this place, like unguarded. She was very happy that you guys were there, but it was like kind of like a false sense of cheer as she was exhausted. And you guys then discerned from her that she had a nightmare. And putting all of this information together, you guys started to form your own, theory onto what was happening. You guys left the house and went deeper into the honey hives, and about 90 feet out is when you first really started noticing that the bees were gone, and you got to like that point where you guys are perceptive enough, you're smart enough to realize that there was like a sphere radius, a large sphere that was empty of bees. Cyrus then saw something glimmer breaking through, like this. The sun hit it right, breaking through the clouds. Went down to inspect it, and you saw him just like get down on his knees and start to like back crawl, away, like. And then Figrin went down to, I believe you went to identify it, and you touched it, and you just plowed through like a couple beehives. Then Killian grabbed his hammer and tried to smash it. And Celeste, Nyx, and Otto, you see like Killian like roll down and start like back crawling, and it looks like he's reaching for something, but nothing's fucking there, and then he just swings at nothing. And Killian, you came too. You succeeded on the wisdom save though, so you weren't hit with that exhaustion, and you immediately are like, all right, and you can see Figrin and Cyrus. Like, Cyrus is back by the road where Celeste is, and he's looking a bit drained, almost the way Nyx was when you left the sanctum. Same with Figrin. So I think that's kind of where we left off. So, floor is yours.
Anybody else want to punch it?
Again, I would not suggest that.
Yeah, I don't recommend it.
This thing seems not from our world. Oh,
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it probably has something to do with the nightmares.
Yeah, as you say that, Killian, you after just hitting it, like you've seen it not like grow huge, but like after Figrin and Cyrus like had their fit with it, it's almost like just a little bit bigger than it was when you initially saw it, and you can see these faint like yellowish green and like pinkish purple like vein pulses, like not intense or anything, but just faintly. Um,
No, I don't really want to leave it here, but I don't also think we should touch it either.
Can we bury it? I mean, I realize we may have to move a lot of earth, but what can we do to prevent others from coming across this?
I think the only way is probably really to destroy the source or the device itself, but clearly a hammer doesn't work.
All right, what about... Well, I don't want to touch it. Never mind.
Wondering if maybe we just leave it for the time being. I mean, what else are we going to do with it? We have no place to store it. And we probably shouldn't bring it to town.
DM, a couple questions.
you
First one may be way out there. If I bust out the Chronotron, can I get any kind of read off this?
you can try.
I don't like your confidence. I realize that's a bit meta.
You
All
can
right,
try.
next thing. Can people touch it safely? Or is it...
It has appeared that whenever someone gets really close to this, their being's challenged, and it's almost like they fall asleep and wake up in the matter of like a round, you know, where they're driven to rage, you know, or something when you've interacted with it the way you have, which has been 2 touchings and a hammerhead.
Can...
Terry's muted.
Can I risk
Oh.
it? Can we load me up and see if I can touch it?
I'm all for another person touching it. Like, I've been sitting here watching a couple of you touch it, so yeah, why not?
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say, Otto, that's a terrible idea.
Don't discourage him, it's science.
I mean, if it works, it could be real science. So,
There's-
But
far too many variables to protest against it. We don't know if perhaps gnomes are immune, perhaps
Perhaps,
there's,
perhaps
there's
gnomes are immune. Let's go with that.
But
I'm
I-
feeling
if you,
brave right now.
if you do
disagree
touch
with
it, you might just only see forest gnomes.
Fuck. Wait a minute. All right, let's rethink this. What other options do we got? Who hasn't touched it yet? All right. Touch it.
You're gonna pick it up?
Can I grab it and take it to my safe space?
Or he grabs it. I'll just cast guidance on him.
Okay. I need a wisdom saving throw as soon as you grab it.
And guidance D6?
Guidance is this saving throws or just skill checks?
Fuck me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It says ability check,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
D4 too.
It doesn't matter. Oh, it's D4?
Yeah.
Ew.
All right. What
the
was
I
that?
do my best.
What was that? A what?
I rolled a 4.
4. Okay. Otto, as soon as you grab this, everything goes completely black, and then little feints of orange flame start to shoot up, and you find yourself in your childhood room, and the house is on fire. As you peek, your hair's burning, your skin's hot. You run around, you try to make your way to the door. Flames around you. You can hear your mother and your father down below you screaming up, and just pain coming from their voice. As all of you see Otto just patting himself like it drops, hits this shard, and now you see it just a little bit bigger. Boom, 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 and a couple more pulses of the yellow green energy, and Otto's just like rubbing all of his body off, and he's screaming like he's in pain, and then you come to. You have 1 point of exhaustion.
All right. So, I don't think anyone else should touch it unless they want to.
I thought we arrived at that idea after the first person.
Yeah, no.
But I
no,
could be
I'm not saying
mistaken.
we didn't. I thought that maybe I could do something special.
So gnomes aren't immune?
Gnomes are not immune. At least rock gnomes. Do we leave it?
Something I did notice that after each one of us touched it, it did grow slightly in size.
Almost like we're feeding
It's
it.
like it taking something, yes, from us, like that, feeding it. If it uses us as nourishment, if it just stores it, then it's more like a battery. But we don't know the purpose of such thing.
What's if you guys don't mind me asking, what type of emotion did you?
I was scared.
Fear.
Peter?
I was scared, yes.
Hmm.
I was back home in. Hold on. I'm gonna remember my homeland. I'm gonna play cat. Yes.
I mean,
Fear? Exhaustion? Nostalgic fear?
Cyrus will.
I was also a child.
My home. Yes, I was not a child, but much younger.
I was gonna say I was not a child either.
Cyrus says, I was
That's
not a
right.
child, and I felt powerless.
Were you home?
I wasn't.
I'm not going to
I
answer
was.
that for chance.
Yeah, no. I was in the mines of our city. So home in my homeland, but not home.
I was with all of you. Clearly not home.
Interesting.
All right, fair. It was just a theory, but clearly fear. Going back to my original idea, we can't leave this here,
No,
or we can't
cannot.
touch it.
I mean, realistically, who's going to come across it here other than April? But if we can
I
get
have
her
an
to come to
idea.
the village,
Andy, how big is this?
Probably like 3 inches now. It was like 2.5 when you first saw it, and now it's 3 inches. And
It's growing.
I would say for even for anybody with an intelligence over 14, this is like, yeah, it's really affecting the area here, but this seems like it could be bleeding like into the town. Like you're smart enough to understand that this might be one of the roots of whatever's happening.
Fear.
We need a lead box.
Fear that is at the base of nightmares. Nightmares are a manifestation of your fears. And if this is causing us to feel those fears and relive situations that may or may not happen, it obviously is directly connected.
I like where your head's at, Figrin.
Otto, roll me a history check, please. Oh wait, you have keen mind?
I do.
As you say you need a lead box, you remember something in Arlen's house. You remember seeing a lead box on the bookshelf, like the bottom part of the bookshelf in the living
I
room.
didn't think of that and put it on Killian's bags or something.
I know this was the opportunity was not there for you. It was just
So
something.
it was on like a higher shelf.
We could
Like,
say that, or
that's some kind of joke.
he was just
Some kind of-
placed in between you and it, but you remember seeing one there.
All right. Who here is the fastest runner?
just going to look at Celeste.
I was pointing at her.
It is not me.
I really don't think we should let
Or Cyrus.
one person go solo. Can we get the
So
two
solo
fastest
to where?
runners?
Cyrus will run with her if that's what you're asking.
They're by far the fastest.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, and I remember, and I describe exactly where it is and on what shelf. Can they go find it? It's a genuine
just-
question because
Yeah.
it's player to player now.
Yeah. Well,
We
yeah.
could just ask Arlen. I'm sure he'll give it to us. Maybe.
I'm sure he will be motivated to help stop whatever's happening.
Unless he's causing it.
And then we'll get our answers there too.
Celeste, if he's causing it, kill him.
Oh, don't tease me with a good time.
Perhaps we want him to stop it. Maybe do not kill him immediately.
So rough him up a little.
Yeah, but then we're
God.
asking Cyrus to carry the body back here in potentially struggling.
Just tell him to knock it off.
I do not
Right,
think the evidence we have seen indicates that he is guilty of anything.
True.
I'll just look over at Celeste. Just
All right, Cyrus, let's go.
Okay.
such a quiet traveling partner.
He actually, you see him struggle to keep up with you as he is exhausted, and
Yeah.
you know, He has ways to make it work for this, but he's definitely more winded and quiet, due to this. But you make it to uh, Arlen's house, knock on the door, you just kick it in.
FBI, open up! I'd just give it like 3 really loud knocks.
He opened like pretty quick, opens it up.
Hey, so we have an incident a little bit. We noticed you had a blood box. It was over, and I described where it is. We need that to contain something, if you don't mind.
Contains something to, like related to what's happening with my brother.
It could be related, yes.
He walks over and you see him like slide this like stone piece, like faceplate off the front, and as you do that you're like, wow, you maybe a little admiration for like Otto's eye, because you don't notice it, and before he'll hand it to you with no hesitation, but he kind of looks side-eyed at you and is like, guess I'm lucky I hired the guys with the watchful eye. Please return it when you don't need it anymore.
Return it empty. Thanks. What's ours?
Probably 15-20 minutes go by. Anything the 4 of you are gonna do during this time?
Should
Good.
oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'd like to do a rough sketch of it and just take as many notes as possible on the known effects that we've seen, its dimensions, its visual signs, how it made me feel. Maybe jot down a recollection of each of our experiences and our nightmares. I just want to keep a detailed account of what I've seen so far with this item.
Should one of us maybe check on April?
Why?
I'm thinking potentially if we interfered with this, something might have resonated with her if she's already been affected.
You are a very interesting dwarf.
Why is that?
Just one moment, you will be talking about brutally murdering someone. And in the next moment, you are very concerned for someone. You are very hard. I do not read people well, but you are exceptionally difficult.
I mean, it's as simple as, some people are better off gone than others. To, the greater good.
Yeah, look, Fig, it's really, people are very different, and some people are good at carrying things and others aren't. We've all got an array of skills that we bring to the table. The metaphorical table, of course.
Right.
Otto, I'm not carrying a table for you.
I'm just saying, I know you would be there if I was moving and I needed some people to help carry tiny tables. I know you'd be there.
I'd pull up in my wagon. But really, though, should one of us at least go check on her? Just
Got it.
If you are concerned for her well-being, by all means.
Nick,
Fine,
don't let
I'll
them touch
I'll
it.
check on her. Fine.
Nice. You're faster than me.
I'm gonna
She's not
I'm gonna
that
try
far
to
from
follow.
you. She's like 120 feet.
I'm slow.
I'm gonna try to.
I'm a
I'm gonna
dwarf.
try to follow Nyx so I can study how people work.
She's 120 feet away from us.
Yeah, she's about that.
Never mind. Never mind.
You're not that
Oh,
far
okay.
from the. I mean, this isn't a cornfield. This is a honey
Yeah,
farm.
no.
You know.
Oh. Well, I mean, yeah. All right. Guess we don't have to check on her then. I thought we were way farther.
If someone wants to go check on her, you can.
I get close enough where it's awkward and it seems like I'm lingering, and then I get too nervous and I go back.
All right. Well,
And I'm that same difference from
She's
Nyx to
fine.
her as Nyx to me.
what's
So
your
I'm-
passive
I'm
percent? Oh
also-
wait, I know this. Never mind. Sorry, Jeff. Next.
Not
Uh, as you do like get close and then you like start thinking about it like and just before you go like turn back towards the group, you notice her hand on like the floor just sticking out of the shed.
I want to go investigate that.
Yeah, she's as you like walk up, she like the honey spinner is like slowed down and she's passed out on the floor. You can see that she's
Right.
still breathing and she's alive, but she looks like she's sleeping.
Nyx is gonna. Oh shit. She wants to like nudge her awake, but she knows that probably waking someone up from the state is gonna be jarring. So she'll like take a couple steps back. Otto.
Yeah, if I see Nyx changing her posture in some way, I'm gonna start running my little rock gnome legs off.
Yeah, you make your way up there. Takes you an extra 6 seconds.
Otto, she's passed out.
I'll glance. I'll be like, oh,
Do I wake her?
well, how do you know she's passed out? She might be dead.
I can see her breathing.
How?
You look at her chest. You can see the compressor that goes up and down.
Really not appropriate, honestly.
It's an emergency situation. It's not like that.
All right. I'm gonna stare at her breast.
Oh gosh.
Is that a perception check or something?
No,
I'm so fucking no.
they're kind of covered up. She's kind of like on her side, you know, like almost on her belly, you know. So
Look,
but she is breathing.
I'm really proud of that. I need you all to know I'm really proud of how that felt great. All right, so she's breathing. Well, why is she sleeping there? That makes no sense.
I think, like, if I had to guess, you don't really sleep well when you have nightmares. So, if this probably gets worse, we see how bad it gets.
All right, well, either way, we can't just leave her there. We gotta wake her up, or move her softly, or stand around and wait till she wakes up.
Back up. And I will produce a mage hand. And
I'll do it too.
Here, let's back away and just like gently nudge her.
I want to note that I've stayed behind and I'm still sketching and writing notes.
Yeah. This is a great idea. We're gonna mage hand her.
Okay. Both of you give me because an Arcana roll, we'll say.
You want my 26?
Okay. So, so you like both go to poker. Otto, your hands.
I didn't say poke.
Well, wake her up. All right. Jesus Christ. Pardon me. As you gently nudge her on the shoulder, Otto, you pull your hand, your mage hand away, like quicker as Nyx. You see her face, like as she wakes, not as bad as Ulrich, but just for like a brief second, it gets sucking in the eyes go black. This black, like just fog reeks out of her mouth, and she like animalistically grabs at your mage hand, and just grabs at it, and then comes to herself. Oh no. It's happening to me, isn't it?
I'm afraid so. Do you know where your parents went?
She like gets up and like since kind of like Indian crisscross applesauce, puts her hand on her head and they took my brother to Holstein, I think. Yeah.
Do you think you could find someone to take you there?
Yeah. Yeah, I can go down to Edgar. Edgar will send one of his guys to watch me. Help me there. I'm sorry. I have a pounding headache.
You're okay. You're okay. It's not your fault.
I'll offer her some water.
She'll take some water. After a couple minutes, like you Nyx and Otto, you can see like Celeste and Cyrus, running back down the front of the way. She collects herself. You guys help her like into the house, and she grabs like a bag with a change of clothes. And Cyrus and Celeste, as you guys are coming in to this, April's like walking out with like a cinch, pouch, and she looks exhausted, like half of your party. As you approach,
Hey guys.
yeah, she puts her head down as you guys approach, embarrassed, and walks past.
That was such a really good idea. I feel rather warmed
Okay.
up now. Thank you.
1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know Killian, or I know Figurin's write notes and stuff. Killian, is there anything you're gonna do in this before we bring it back?
No, honestly, Killian's probably just gonna sit off by himself while Figurin does his thing, and then probably just grab his amulet and I don't want to say commune with.
Yeah, but as you like connect, like you feel this, like just faint shroud like go over you, and you feel a little bit better, but then we'll flash back to, all right, sorry, Mike, I didn't mean to, or Flash, I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's okay. Can't say the same thing for Cyrus though. I think I may have left him behind a little bit. So I brought the box though. He was rather happy to hand it over.
Figuring will pop his head up and go, "Oh, was she all right?"
She's fine, but
Oh, good, great. Give me the box.
she did pass out again.
Oh, that's fine. As long as, I mean, she's alive. So.
What do you mean she passed out?
Like fell asleep, um, while she was working, and I can only presume that she was having another nightmare.
I'm just grateful she is not dead.
Is she up now?
That would have
Yeah.
slowed us down.
She's up. I'm having her go visit her family and regroup with her family and be with them. It's not good for her to be here alone, clearly. So we need her to probably get with someone under their watch or just regrouped and watch constantly far away from here.
You-
Um
Do you know how she's getting there?
She said she was going to talk to Edgar, one of Edgar's men, and see if he can help her out.
Did
Hey,
you
Andy.
see anything when she was passed out, or?
I wasn't trying to look at anything, if that's what you're implying.
You know what I mean, not like
I
Otto.
saw something. Actually, something I don't normally observe.
What would that be, Otto?
We need all points of reference information.
Rest.
No.
She's stacked.
I'm talking about like the nightmares.
Oh, I can't.
Wouldn't
see
be
nightmares.
useful-
That's outside of my
Useful
power.
information.
Look, Nick
Andy, can I
told me to look for
export an item?
Can you?
The spell specifically says another creature.
Yeah, then you can't. What are you trying to do?
Well, I wanted to see if I could vortex warp the thing into the box,
Uh-huh.
but if it says only creatures, so.
Yeah.
It's all right. We'll
Mage
use
hand?
the lid to push it in.
I was gonna say, don't you have that thing with the?
Mage hand.
The mage hand, don't trust it. Didn't work out the last time Nix and I did it.
What happened last time you did it?
It woke her right up, and we were just
No,
trying to.
no, the pickup of the thing to put it in the box.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, but we could just use the lid.
Wouldn't it be
Otto-
safer just to use the hand?
Maybe the
You go
mage
do
hand could use the lid. Push
Oh.
it in.
You could.
Well, the other hand could hold the box.
I am surprised we ever get anything done.
And you're supposed to be one of the
Me too.
smart ones.
B2, Fig. B2. All right, let's go. Come on, Nix. Let's show them how it's done.
Does not necessarily mean intelligence.
That's rich. Okay, you guys do. Okay, yep.
So how you getting this in there? What are you doing?
I think, Nix, correct me if I'm wrong. We're mage-handed. We're gonna some hand grabbing the box, the other hand grabbing the lid, and we're gonna scoop this 3 inches and growing stone into the box,
So-
tip it up, and then we
So as
pop the top.
as you pick it up with Mage Hand, how it goes kind of, looked like an arrowhead stone almost. And as you pick it up, I just sent an image in our chat. For a second, like the shadows, whatever's giving this its vicious, like its image, breaks as you pick it up, and you see this diamond, like stone with a couple runes in it, and it's got this faint yellow and purplish glow to it before the shadows catch back up and like create the minor illusion. I would say that the smarter ones can now see through this, beginning enchantment before you don't necessarily understand the regular enchantment, but you put it in the box and close the lid.
All right, so you guys want me to stow it permanently or killing and carrying this?
I think if you're suggesting in your pocket dimension, That would be our safest decision.
I tend to agree. I'm perfectly okay with it.
I'd prefer not to carry it.
Is there like a neighborhood volcano we could chuck it into?
Well, once we get there,
Until
I can take
one
it
is
back
found.
out of my mind palace.
Figuring the
And,
closest volcano that you know of is about 4,000 miles away in the mountains of your hometown. So I'm just.
I would prefer maybe not a volcano.
look, either way, I can stow it for now. I
mean, a
can't.
molten river, I'll take that.
I mean, again, when we get there, I can stow it for now, and I can take it back out, but only twice a day.
Sounds
For
fine.
now.
I do not think we'll need to take it out once a day.
But I mean, that goes for everything that goes in there. So think about that too. All right, like in the future.
I am always thinking of the future and the past.
All right. In that case, I'm going to. I'm going to pick up the box. Can I pick up the box? Am I strong enough?
Yeah, but you're like
But it's lead.
your legs.
It's a lead.
Your
It's heavy.
your legs are a little shaky. You know, it's it's heavier than you typically pick up. But
I'm going to take out my pocket watch, hand it to Figrin, and once I guess I get the box and me close enough to Figrin, I'm gonna take it inside for a bit.
and that
Can I just say visually, I just imagine me holding it out like a Pokeball, and the light comes out and it just sucks you in.
yeah, it was like this
I like that
bright
shit. I like that.
white
I'm going with
blue flash happens.
That's canon now.
I'm gonna listen to it.
As
This
eh,
watch is.
Otto, as you enter enter your watch, you know there is a couch, like a rather nice couch that has, it's like velvet covered and has those ribs in it, so like the cushions stick up like a couple inches, and as you enter, you see your father, just hat over his eyes, you know, it's falling down a little bit. He has his legs are crossed, and like this little like glass of probably wine or whatever he fancied is just like barely above the end table. like his arms reaching out, and it's just like sometimes it like lowers tings and he picks it up and he's like still asleep. You know, there's not much in it, maybe a sip, but he looks like he's.
All right, I'm going to, as quietly as possible, try to carry this lead box into the laboratory, which is more into the center of the central barrel that rotates the primary gears.
All right.
Just got to try to carry it past him. I don't want to wake him.
Yeah.
I'm respectful. And if anything, it just feels like I'm sneaking back in when my dad was, you know,
Yes.
like when you're describing Coach.
Yeah. Am I?
I mean, it would have been Sprite instead, but it was all identical. And it was Sports Center that he passed out. So it was just the same 22 minutes over and over again, all the way down my hallway.
All right. But you can do this. You know.
Yeah. All right. I'm not gonna dally too long. Because I do want to just get back to my friends. And on the way back out, I like to think that I walk back out the central door in order to go back to real life. So on the way back out, I'm sneaking out, but I will say like, "Good night, Dad," and then I'll shut the door real quick.
All right. Another flash of light, and Otto comes to you guys.
I hand Otto his watch back.
Yes, Mike.
While Otto was in there, I'm assuming we have a couple minutes. Was there anything? Did we notice any changes in the area, or like the beehives or anything?
You can give me a nature. Is it nature or a survival? Is there a nature check in 5e?
I think it's just survival.
No, they have nature.
Oh, they do have nature. There's
So-
nature or survival.
Yeah, you pick. You pick.
I'll do survival.
Okay. I think nature's in. So
It is.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Survival's
I am
wisdom.
okay with nature.
I'll do. I have a 19.
19. Okay.
Yeah.
As soon as it's gone, like you get up from where you were and having your minute with your deity, and Otto flashes away, and you like look around, and not 15 seconds you see a honeybee come land on one of like your pauldrons or you know like your upper part of your armor, and you just hear that with the wings, and it takes off. The hives though don't look like they recover with that.
Okay.
So like
So they still look like they have that.
they're tainted, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that's a good sign at least.
Will we do it?
I mean, I don't want to call seeing one bee doing it, but
Perhaps we should
Good
travel
sign.
to. I don't know. Continue on to where were those boys taken to?
Silent Pines.
The Silent Pines now.
What time of day is it?
it's almost lunchtime.
I tell them exactly.
Yeah, it's just before noon.
11:59.
11.
How-
Yeah.
How quick is, or how far is Silent Pines? Do we know?
So Silent Pines is 4 to 6 hours.
We can take that, make that today. Plus,
But then,
I feel like this is a symptom of a bigger problem.
I hear you, Fig. My only concern is if we go there, we're most likely gonna have to sleep there.
Yeah, that mostly you're freaking exhausted.
This is a solid point. But
I mean, Otto looks like
feel
shit.
I mean,
yes, but
normal.
this is
but
a time. This is a time-sensitive issue. People are
mean-
getting worse the more time goes. Those boys are gone longer. Isn't this not a priority?
well, are you gonna be able to do things more efficiently exhausted?
No.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is my priority, and I'll just point to the group.
Are you
leave
normally
me with
dishonest?
me. What?
Depends.
He said he was going to be honest with me now. So it's safe to assume he is dishonest most of the time.
Some
No,
people.
this time he means he's being more honest and open.
How
He's,
can you be more honest?
by being
Blunt.
vulnerable?
Saying what you mean more of the time instead of
A little bit
Feeling
more
around.
like you. A
uh,
little bit less like us.
This is good, Gideon. You should do that.
All I'm saying is those boys have been gone a bit anyway. I don't think rushing off right now is necessarily in our best interests.
This is fine. I agree with Celeste. You need me at peak performance, and
Exactly.
there is much we can learn from the boys' corpses if that is what comes.
We can get their
that's very
blood.
morbid.
Precisely. If their blood's not coagulated by
Let's
now.
not hope that they're dead yet.
I'm not
Oh,
hoping,
God.
just weighing pros and cons, risks and rewards.
and liking
There's
it.
still much. There is still much to learn from dead bodies.
There is one potential concern with not going now, though.
Are we going back to the inn, or do
That
you
is-
guys need to go somewhere else?
Question is, if we stay here, will those of us who touched that stone fall into a nightmare tonight?
I think that's a concern no matter what. Since well, I don't know actually. The stone is now in a multi-dimensional pocket dimension. It should not affect us.
I'm just now
And if
realizing
it does,
we should
if
have
it
taken a nap in there.
if it does affect us, then it's going to be wherever we go.
Well, good thing for science, we have at least 4 of you infected.
I don't like those odds.
Me either. I'm the smallest.
You're easily the
Four
most
out of
vulnerable.
Mm.
4 out of 6 is not great
I'm a
odds.
canary. This is what it's become. I haven't even gotten to Crosshaven yet. Fuck. And
I agree with
I
again.
can't even
Again,
get back
I
on my
agree
watch until I sleep again.
with Celeste. Are we going back to the inn? Or are
Maybe-
we camping here?
I think tonight we should at least go back to the inn.
Well,
But I think
actually, April's house is empty now.
I don't. Yeah, it's empty. But do we want to be where 2 people have now been infected right here?
I don't want to walk. I'm very tired.
It's in a pocket dimension.
We've got one of them. How many are there though? We don't know.
We've
Well,
got the close
again,
one. It's
look,
got to take
listen,
that note out,
But
right?
now that here is where experimentation takes place. If we leave, we'll never know if there's another one.
But isn't it better to not know? We're going to Silent Pines anyway.
No, it's better to know that there's more we should look out for.
But think how much more we
can't-
could learn at the tavern tonight. Nyx is playing. People will be drunk. They're more likely
Nyx,
to
are you
spill
playing
some
tonight?
secrets.
I'm playing every night.
Oh, then I
Yeah,
guess
but we
you have
specifically
obligations.
did tell them tonight you were gonna be there.
I mean, if anything, it's a good opportunity to at least get some thoughts from the townspeople. There's obviously going to be more that people are hiding.
And there'll be alcohol there,
That
We can get them drunk.
and we
I-
can get me drunk.
disagree with this course of action,
They
but
do tend to
I am
spill
at-
more information when they're a little.
I am at the
inebriated.
whim of my protectors.
So do
so-
I.
Otto, we're not going to get you drunk, okay? We have no reason to get you drunk for information.
Otto is perfectly capable of getting himself drunk.
I'm just saying, would you get me a little drunk? I have a lot of things to tell you.
Otto, do you have
You
a
know,
lot
I
of
can
things to
info
tell
dump
us?
on
I'd
any
listen.
one of you. Who's up?
Vigrin, how about this? What if we go back to the tavern while Nyx plays? We can see if we can find anything out. And then we can always return here after. This house is going to be here, regardless.
I think this one is not going alone. So if the group is going back to the tavern, that is where Figuran will go.
The wind picks up, and as like you guys are standing here just trying to decide what's your next course of action, the rain starts coming down in sheets as
Now Figuran would like to stay in April's house. I do not want to walk in the rain.
You know, I'm leaning towards figuring now, unless I'm not a big fan of the rain.
I mean, I'll go where the group wants. I was just saying.
No, let's go to the fucking tavern. For fuck's sake. All of us, rally up. Someone... Nyx, where are you on this? Tell everyone what to fucking do.
We gotta get our shit, guys. Let's go get our shit.
Oh yeah, we did leave our shit. It's a good
Oh,
call.
shit. Figuran has everything he owns on his person.
I know, but again, this is an us thing, not a you thing. Like, we left all our shit at the hotel. You get the idea.
And I don't even know how ethical it is to own a fucking living creature, but there is a fucking ass and a cart that was really helping me keep pace with y'all. So, I mean,
Oh, true.
Well,
That's gonna cut down a lot.
Your
Going to
your
Silent
logic
Pines.
is solid. I cannot disagree. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to disagree.
Well,
And
like they
I
said,
thought you had that room all to yourself.
Yes, Figureland does.
Yeah. There you go.
like they said before we left, Nyx is the boss.
That's what they said. Speaking of which, who of you owns that donkey?
It is property of the Veiled Agency, I believe.
All right.
But I mean, why? What do you want with it?
I wanted to pull the cart.
Oh, okay.
Inside check.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't directly some sort of animal slave owner.
What are you pulling ass over
Not
here?
some kind of forest gnome, but I have a line.
Takes one peek and look at him.
Although animals do not have souls, you do not need to worry.
So you guys are going back to the tavern.
Yes.
All right. So I said, by the time all of this happens, it's mid-afternoon. You make your way back into the inn. You can see Edgar, bags around his eyes, greets you. But is a little lethargic. And almost a day ago when you entered this tavern, there was probably like 25, 30 people in the tavern and on the decks that they have open up looking over the metal that you guys came here on. You see 5 people now. Edgar goes, it is. Nyx. Yes, it's Nyx. I'm not feeling that great right now, and Marta took Chris and April. Chris is one of my guys to Halstead. Said you guys have, asked her to leave her residence, and I just, it's kind of slow, and I don't know if I'm going to keep the doors open for your performance tonight.
Edgar,
Yes.
may I have a vial of your blood?
What?
Edgar, you don't have to answer that.
I mean, I asked you a question.
That's an odd question to ask, though.
It is for science.
Any context you want to add there, Fig, for him?
Oh, yeah, no.
No. Okay. Any context you want to add there for me?
Oh, I
we
suspect that
believe you
Edgar
make
is
this-
suffering from this nightmarish curse, and they would not let me have. The mayor would not let me have the other. And I'll look at Edgar. Other persons.
I'll be like,
blood.
whoa, buddy, you don't say that all out
So-
loud. But
I would like a vial of Edgar's blood to see if he is sick. He looks sick.
He's a doctor.
Figuring.
If
Roll me your
Yeah.
persuasion check.
Oh God, I'm so
I
trash
know,
at
this is
this.
gonna be good.
fuck.
I rolled a natural
persuasion.
20, but I'm at disadvantage. Okay.
Okay. I rolled an 18.
18. All right.
19 minus 1.
You see him reach over and like you guys notice behind the bars there's like these little lifted at runways to lift his halfling size up to like a human thing on the bar. He hops over to the other bar, almost misses, and you see him reach up and grab this piece of rawhide attached to like the the ball part of a bell, and he hits it, and he goes ding ding ding, closing shop, closing shop.
Edgar, if you want, I could keep the bar open if you want to rest.
Nah, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Like over the next few minutes, he pushes everybody out, locks the door. All right. If you think this will help,
I will not know until I try.
all right. He'll walk around the bar and like pull out like some like the wicker chairs from the tables.
Yeah.
You see him breathing a little bit heavier, like as his anxiety is, starting to peak. But he slaps himself.
You might want to lay back a little.
Will you assist me after the fact?
I can't do it. Fat.
I'll hold the shoulders down if you want.
Sure. I'll take a dagger out.
I'll hold a vial.
All right.
I just say, "Oh, no, be still. I am not a doctor." And I'm just gonna slice his palm and squeeze his hand into the vial.
Yeah, and I'm just catching. I'm like holding on. I'm trying to like not miss it, and it's like getting on my hands. I'm like, should have made hand.
And then I'll just say, Gideon, could you fix that? I went kind of deep.
And I'll cast a healing word on him.
Yes.
What's the blood look like?
I cork
like,
it,
what?
and then I'm gonna hold it at arm's length.
Yeah, I'll take it.
It's a deep
I need
red.
to wash my hand.
Give me an investigation check.
Sure.
I rolled 8 for healing word.
Healing. So,
4. Oh wait, do I have disadvantage on checks?
yeah. Yes.
Wait, hold on. The new rules are weird. Just double checking.
I haven't looked.
It says when I make a D20 test, the roll is reduced by 2 times your exhaustion level.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
So I rolled a 14, so it's
12.
minus 2, so 12.
Yeah, nice. I like that. That's good.
That's interesting.
It's very, very faint, and you're like, you're holding it like as you're looking at it, like you're pushing your mental boundaries,
Yeah.
and then you just see a slight black swirl.
And
through it.
I pass
Very, very.
identify on it just to see if it'll do anything.
Give me an Arcana check. Then we'll go to break.
It's a dirty 20, so minus 2
Okay.
is an 18.
All right. This is, I guess what you get is some kind of necrotic energy.
Okay.
And let's see, with an 18, it's not like a virus. It's not a pathogen or anything like that. This is
Magical in nature.
yes.
It's more my forte than the actual medicine.
Right. All right. So you guys do that. Should we
Can
go
I
to
do
break?
one other
Or-
thing
Yeah. What's
before we
that?
go to break?
Yeah.
I want to cut my own hand.
I didn't want to say it, but yeah, we need a control here, and we haven't really.
He's
I wanna-
potentially
I
infected.
want to cut my own hand, and I don't even want to put it into a vial. I just want to cast Identify again on my blood, like while it's pooling in my hand.
No, nothing.
Okay.
I'm like scrambling around looking for
you-
vials.
No,
I'll
no,
cast
it's fine.
Healing Word on him too.
All right, thank you. Wow.
7 points.
Oh, thank you. Seems like we are all fine. Not you, Edgar. You are terribly sick.
Oh, don't. That's terrible bedside manners.
Yeah, like his
We are not
his
at bed.
exhausted face goes like white when you tell him that. Like,
What?
am I gonna? Oh, thank God I sent my off. Hopefully she's fine. Hopefully she's fine. And you just like hear him start whispering like memories to try to calm himself down.
We are going to solve this.
Well, we hope so.
No,
You guys are terrible at this.
It's possible.
Edgar,
We're going to try.
We're
I am
definitely
very
probably
confident-
gonna be
try to solve
fine.
this, you know.
I
but
am very
let's-
confident in our skills.
His hand
Yeah,
like
the
reaches
Skittles.
up, it covers his eye, and you can see like some tears like start to rain
Here.
down from underneath his eyes.
Here,
They're
Edgar,
there. Crying
I
never
don't,
solves
I don't,
anything.
I'm uncomfortable, and I'm gonna throw up in the distance a hypnotic pattern in front of Edgar.
I want to question him.
So disturbing.
That's fine. I cannot. The crying and emotions. I'm not. I think you have to do a saving throw.
Oh,
It
gosh.
never solves anything. Now
So
he's just
wisdom
there
saving throw.
crying. He's not making things easier for him, for
Uh,
me,
a
for any
15.
of us.
15 meets it. Damn.
I rolled a.
Edgar,
Yeah. Oh, I'm
Edgar,
I'm
Edgar.
I'm
sorry.
gonna take figuring away. I'm gonna take figuring away from this.
I don't want no.
It's gonna be okay, Fig. It's okay. It's okay, Fig. Come with me. It's
There is
gonna be
nothing
okay.
wrong.
Fig. We need to. Fig, just don't look at it. Don't look at it.
Oh, he
It's
wipes his
emotion.
eyes and like
I know what
Come-
it is.
comes through. Yeah, yes, Killian.
First of all, you're gonna be all right. We've seen this before, kind of. When did you start feeling like shit?
Phew, you know, it was about 5 hours ago. It's just like something just came across everybody. It affected. I'm tired.
When you
Sorry.
say it came across, what? Can you describe when you felt it, or what you were doing,
It's
where you were, anything?
like the wind, but a bad wind, not one familiar with Willowbrook. Evil. Evil.
So,
I just had a thought.
go ahead.
Well, that artifact we found made it took something from us. What
it
if it
kept
was?
it.
Well, what if it was not the source of the nightmares and the sickness, but what if it was partially protecting and absorbing some of this? And now that it is gone, a wave has opened up into the town.
Wait. You think we made it worse?
I suspect it is possible.
It's not impossible.
And with
Yeah,
that,
it does.
Good.
you want to go to break? Everybody, yeah.
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 I got a piece so bad.
Yeah, I
I
know.
was about,
I know.
I'm
We
about
just
to get
have
a
some
jug.
really good role play, and I'm try. I don't want to break it up, but all right,
No,
we'll
it's
be
good. It's
Ethical foul.
we'll be back. Screens off.
Hot, hot, hot.
All right.
Unique New York.
So, you guys draw some blood, find some stuff out. It's about 2:00 in the afternoon.
So Edgar, this is like how my show would have gone anyways. Lots of blood drawing.
I guess we should have talked about what kind of show you bring.
Yeah, I draw a lot of influences from the gods of Guar.
You often have arcane rituals at your performances.
Sometimes, it's a visual medium as well.
Edgar,
Yeah,
if you don't mind.
I'm
Well,
not
we
doing
work
any
on-
more blood.
No, you don't need any more blood. Besides, how's your hand?
It feels better than it has in a while. Thank you.
If you don't mind, since you're closed, could we just stay down here and hang out? You're welcome to go back and fall asleep.
Yeah.
However, if you do, I'd recommend locking your doors.
I'll go in the office. Probably a smart move.
If you need anything, or just let us know.
It is the smart move. It's not recommended to ride and drink and ride.
I don't drink. All right.
Good quality of a bar owner.
Story for another time. I'll get up. Don't do me under, and I'll look right at the dwarf.
I got my own right here.
All right, sweet. All right, have up, guys. Figure out food for yourself, and he'll walk through the bar back into the back room, and you'll hear the sound of a closing wood door.
Well,
All right, great work, team. Who here knows how to cook anything?
I can't cook, but I can pour some drinks.
All right, perfect. I wasn't hungry anyways, but we should try to eat.
Does anyone here know how to cook?
No, I mean, we could check with the donkey.
I don't think we should eat the donkey.
I once impersonated a cook.
Fine.
Close enough.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good. Were you in a
Celeste
kitchen?
will walk to the kitchen with her head down, wanting to cook.
Here's Celeste,
Fine.
and I'll throw her a glass.
She
Oh, good.
almost throws it at the
Celeste
floor. She's like, "Ugh." I will rifle through supplies in the kitchen storage.
Nothing with honey.
Breads, potatoes. There is some like thick cut bacon. Cheeses, and there's probably only like, seasonings low.
Yeah. So she'll grab the bacon and the potatoes, and if there's any other produce there, and she'll go and make some sort of hash or home fries and bacon style tossed together in a pan.
Yeah, almost like a potatoes O'Brien.
Yeah.
Yeah. You find some peppers. You make some food.
Yep.
Is there What do you guys?
Figurin's gonna pull out his spell book and the notes that he made, and he's gonna reiterate to everyone. Though Figurin is concerned that we might have made things worse.
I mean, sometimes you have to make things worse before you can make them better, right?
It's the dangers of field experimentation. Yes.
I mean, honestly, there's nothing we can do now. We did it, so we might as well enjoy right now and move towards Silent Pines as soon as we can.
I'm actually with Killian on this one, Figrin. If we're gonna find out whether we did anything with this, it's gonna take time, right? Like, it would be wonderful if it was magical and instant, but it seems that if the illness doesn't come on instantly, and it does take some degree of time and exposure to it, then we should see how this affects them. Are they getting better or worse? And also, where else can we get a lead box? And I'm thinking, while we're at it, let's get a few of them.
That would take probably more time than we need.
Oh, of course. I'm just saying long-term goals here.
Certainly. This probably will not be the first or last cursed item of sorts that we find.
Well,
I still would like to study it if possible.
the only concern is we can't touch it.
But we all saw it, right? It was crystalline in nature. It
It was
is
surrounded by some
certainly
shadow magic.
it's within Figrin's field of expertise, and I would be remiss to not have him inspect it further. But perhaps we do it without touching it. But perhaps we can come up with ways to test it, or even within the box. I don't. Eventually, someday I would love it in a perfect world if I could bring Figrin right into my laboratory, and we could test things there in safe circumstances. But in the meantime, I'm sorry, what were we talking about again? Drinking? Where's the
Well,
drink?
I don't know. You were talking about putting Figrin in your box.
Yes, eventually. That's
I wouldn't put him in any box.
well, it's a long-term goal of mine, and my box isn't rigid. It's not like it has square sides. It's a very large box to get in. Once you're in there, it's surprisingly open and forgiving.
Well, maybe we'll have a day for that, like a boxing day.
That sounds wonderful. Could we do it right after the solstice?
Of course, so we can return all our gifts.
Is you say that? You guys think about it, and the information that you found while you were in the sanctum of the 4 months is right around the solstice.
Holy shit, a real Boxing Day.
All right, everyone. Here's the food.
Here, I do have one thought.
Yeah, plates. Okay, yes.
Thank you, Celeste.
I do
Oh,
have.
you're welcome.
I could technically. I don't know how to say this, not meta. Try to examine it by physically touching it. And I could reverse any mistakes 2 times.
I mean, I don't think any of us should be playing with it right now. If you want to, we can, but we'll have to make sure you're in a safe spot at least. We don't know if the nightmares will get worse if we touch it again.
It's fine. Honestly, this one does not. I do not know what I would do, except examine it further. I would like to take a look at those runes on it. Well, now I know what I would do.
I mean, I think I don't want to speak for everyone, but I think we can at least take it out right now and look at it. As long as we're not touching it.
While we're eating?
Wow.
Oh, that's where we're gonna run into an issue because
We can't get it. We can't do that till tomorrow anyway. So we are pretty much stuck. So
Fucking Boxing Day.
It's in there.
Drink your ales, eat your food. The Glan will study.
But you did draw the runes on it, didn't you?
I only saw the outer shell of it during that time.
Oh, gotcha.
It was a brief glimpse that we got.
I mean, I got a pretty good look. Could I recreate the runes, DM?
I mean, how long do you have to see something?
Yeah, no.
study
I'm
it
going to
for
say
them.
it was so.
It's a flash.
Yeah, it was so fast.
All right.
The Glan will have some water.
Here you go, Fig, and I'll slide a water down to him.
All right, so is the plan to, I guess, chill here and then return that stone before heading out to Shadow Pines?
I mean, if we're gonna return,
Look at it. We'll return it to the mine house.
It's not. I'm not sure if returning it is the right move. We don't even know if we made it bad worse, or if this was already going to happen.
I mean,
I say we
We
give it
do
some
not
time.
have enough information.
We know there's plenty going on at Halstead. We got to visit Pines. We have plenty of opportunities to whip out this rock in a lead box and take a look at it, right?
No. And we
Then we
already
can
established
see,
if the
right?
boys are dead, we can learn from their corpses.
Yes, of course.
So there really is no rush.
And if the boys are alive, some unlikely way, well then
And we can
All
ask
the better.
questions and figure
Yeah.
that out.
that's an okay outcome as well. We'll probably learn less, honestly.
do you
Wait. Go ahead.
do you think it's worth examining all of our blood who touched it, Fig? Or
No, I had almost or more contact than some. If I am fine, I think it is safe to deduce we are all fine for the moment.
okay. I say, in that case, we just hunker down here for a bit. We probably go to bed rather early so we can get up and get moving to Silent Pines. It'll take a bit. One potential thing, though, Fig. Would you be willing to sleep up with us tonight? I can create something to potentially protect us from this wind, if that is the issue.
Figuran does not like it. But this
It's-
one acknowledges your logic.
It's just for the night.
It is acceptable. May I ask you a question? Why do you drink that liquid that makes your intelligence go low?
Oh, I can answer that. It's to escape. Yeah, I got to get out of this sometimes. Like, it is constantly churning, and like I find one of the best ways to do it is this liquid poison or potentially halfling weed. I mean, those short motherfuckers, I'm saying that as a gnome, they know how it's done.
I was just gonna say some of us aren't that intelligent.
This one has never partaken. I'm just curious.
Oh, here. Slide one down.
I do not think so.
Just take a sip. It won't bother you for one.
It burns.
Yeah,
my
but just a sip won't do anything either. Like, that's,
Well, we're not trying to make him numb, just so he can taste it.
then he's gonna go ew, and then you're gonna go, it's an acquired taste, son.
He won't say ew to this one. Trust me.
Who's gay now, Dad?
I think I will pass. I am fine. I am just curious of the mindset behind it.
Oh, to put it plainly, it's fun.
Keeping all my wits about me, I find fun.
Yeah, but all right, that's fair. I don't actually believe that Figrin understands fun in the same way that most of us do, and I relate to his fun.
Figrin has fun.
Well, do you?
Sure.
What do you do for fun, Figrin?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell him, Fig. Tell
I
him.
study gemology. I read books. I do math equations.
Are
That's
you
what
the
you do
bugs?
for work.
You seem like a bug guy.
No, I am not into bugs, as you say. I do know a lot about
bugs.
Oh, sorry. Insects.
That does not change my answer.
Oh, does that bug you?
No.
Go ahead and give the inspiration, Andy. Go
um,
ahead and do it. Go ahead and fucking do it. You
Killian,
either have to
walk
give
right
him
into that.
inspiration or give him negative
don't-
inspiration.
No, don't
Killian.
do that.
Killian, is that what drinking alcohol feels like?
No, funny part is, I don't even know if Nix has had one yet.
Oh
No. I mean, this conversation is making me feel.
Oh, no.
inebriated.
You'll have much better conversation with some alcohol.
No, it gets worse.
I will warn you, if you want to dip your scaly toes into this, it will make your ideas better, but only to you.
It's also easier to think. Maybe you're stuck on a problem. Clear your head for a little bit.
I really, really don't want to do this to Fig right now. I really don't feel like peer pressuring Figrin into alcohol. It's beneficial.
Also, alcohol consumption's effects on dreams have yet to be proven.
You know what? Nix does have a point. I just recently read a journal.
There was a study in the employee handbook.
Figrin will stick to his water and his bed.
Would you like a double or a single water?
Did you guys read the employee handbook?
No.
More
He
hydration.
wants
I read it
heavy
front to
water.
cover. Every page.
The veil.
Most of it
Hey,
is
Fig.
nonsense.
Fig, do you want some
Yes.
of these the food that I made?
Oh yes, please.
Okay, I'll get you some. Don't mind yourself. I'll come get it to you.
To get up.
The pads on my feet just going to go over like, cause I don't know. I took my shoes off or whatever with your feet, and then I'm just like, I think I walk barefoot a lot actually. If I'm thinking honestly.
Pretty sure that's against health code.
In
No,
the
it's not.
kitchen?
It's wooden floor. Anyways, Fig gets food. Otto doesn't get food. Killian gets a heaping whatever.
Otto, I want to
Thank
show
you.
you some designs that I worked on the other night of your Derringer and battery, and I'll just show you some designs I've been working on for the crystal chamber.
All right. Otto gets so excited he pulls his gun out, puts it on the table. You know, like, let's be honest. If you have a gun, you fucking put that shit on the table to make everyone feel safer.
So wait, Celeste is gonna walk over to Nyx and give her a plate, but it's got just a spoon, like full of what I cooked with like a mint leaf and a slice of lemon, just in the middle.
Ooh.
I think Figrin thinks would be a good idea. If we went to bed and fast forwarded through all this bullshit.
Yeah. We can.
If you want to do that, then go ahead, have some alcohol.
Inspiration.
Are you saying that there is a correlation between alcohol and time travel?
In a theoretical sense, yeah. Like
Kinda.
you will pass out for a while.
The way you perceive time might seem different.
Yeah.
You can slow
You're not
time
gonna
down.
you're not gonna feel great
And
afterwards.
I've heard people, not that I'm promoting this, but you think a little bit differently than normal. So it's something you're struggling with for an idea or trying to figure something out. It might come to you inebriated or smoking something.
Sometimes you have
Honestly.
alcohol and you wake up somewhere you don't know how you got there. Teleportation.
That's an entirely
Or,
different story.
or why your socks are so wet.
You're
Or
killing
where
like
your
the
shoes went.
like the time at the ship. Oh my gosh, I'm not even getting into that one.
We're not supposed to talk about that one.
Otto's gonna head up earlier than everyone else, and stage the primary room where we'll all be sleeping. I'm going to set up I'm gonna grab any of the chairs. I'll move anything I can, and I'm going to create a temporary sheet wall as a separate divider for Figrin. Ideally, I would make a blanket fort, but I don't know if I'm physically capable of doing that. One being 2'6", and the
This is
other
like a
being
lot of
wildly inebriated.
a lot of noise above you guys that are like still in the bar when Otto goes up there. It's like if you leave your toddlers in a room by themselves for like a couple minutes.
He's definitely playing with the gun
What
up
is
there.
that? What
right?
are they doing?
Oh yeah.
What are they doing?
He's gonna shoot his eye out.
Yeah, dude, you could totally make a blanket fort. I don't see why you couldn't.
All right, I'm gonna try to make a blanket fort. I am trying to eye it up for the size of Figrin, and I would like to state that although I'm inebriated, Figrin's like the closest thing I have to like a person I care
Yeah,
about.
I got you.
Like a friend, but like so like I'm hoping I can make it big enough that Fig, in all of his Figness, could like comfortably, maybe semi-comfortably get in there.
Yeah, sure. It's a little tight on the other side, but I mean, you make it work.
I'm also gonna take 2 pillows, stack them up in a corner. This bed's mine, and
We gotta be within 10 feet of each other, just so you know.
That's
well,
awfully close.
we're all in a room.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Just saying.
we're in one room. How big could it be? You can sleep on the closer bed, all right?
All right.
We just need to be
Are there
10 feet
multiple
within
beds? Like I'm
you.
imagining this like a fantasy Holiday Inn, but I have no idea. Like, is there just one bed?
It's
Put
actually
a butterscotch on the pillow.
to get you all in one room, you'd probably have to take the conference room on the second level of the inn, and not you guys had like the small room. Actually,
The attic.
the attic. You can probably do it in the attic. That's
Wherever we can do it.
yeah,
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm thinking about
And
it too much.
If I'm not passed out by the time everyone else gets up, I would like to set alarm. But realistically, if everyone gets up and I like don't even move, then I don't set alarm.
Okay. I mean, you can do that while you're building the fort. Probably.
Yeah, but I don't want them to set it off when they come
Oh,
through.
that's
I
true.
gotta-
Yeah, then no.
So I'm thinking it's one of those things. Like I had this great idea to set my alarm up, but then like just passed out.
You make
When-
a
when
badass
Figrin
rock
comes-
gnome
Yeah.
blanket fort, dude. It's pretty
When
dope.
Figrin comes, he's just gonna grab a blanket off the fort and wreck the whole thing, and then just go find a bed and like perfectly make his bed and lay down. Like just like absentmindedly grabs a blanket, knocks the whole thing down, and then perfectly makes his bed and climbs into it.
Oh, the rest of you are on the floor.
Once everyone's up there,
Okay.
Killian will sit in the middle, and he'll spend a minute casting Liamon's tiny hut, which is a 10-foot dome around us. The key is one sec. Spells and other magical effects cannot extend through the dome or be cast through it. The atmosphere inside is comfortable and dry regardless of the weather. Pretty much the main thing.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So you guys are all going to rest. All right. Who's up first? Figuring. I'm gonna say that you find yourself standing at the edge of a slow-moving river under a dark sky. The water is murky, thick, and has an unnatural sheen. As you look closer, you realize the surface of the water is filled with faces. You see some familiar. Others are strangers, all looking up with their like hollowed eyes, mouths open, and like silent screams. The faces drift by, some bobbing up and down, others locked in expressions of anguish or despair. Occasionally, one of the faces begin to speak, whispering regrets, lost memories, or plans for help. They call to you by name, blaming you for their fate. When you try to turn, the river follows you, stretching and on endlessly, the faces growing more desperate and angry. Just as one of the faces begin to rise from the water, you recognize this is Otto. Reaching up, this gnomish jaw breaks. A decayed hand reaches up, and you come to, and you're like, "What was the dream? It was a dream."
And then Otto wakes up and Figurin is choking him.
And you don't feel any effects. You just recognize that was a dream. Roll me a wisdom save with advantage from the tiny hut.
That's good. 15.
15? Okay. You're good. You can find your rest for the rest of the night, and you wake up fine. Let's see here. Who else? Otto. As you fall asleep, you're running through a desolate landscape, rocky, barren, and devoid of life. The ground is cracked, patches of blackened earth and withered plants, with blackened earth and withered plants. Behind you, an unseen but relentless presence pursues you. As you look behind you, there's this black wind just rushing as you're running across this. No matter how fast you run, it gains on you. You can feel it piercing the back of you as you trip over yourself and you stumble and you roll. You do a dive roll and it consumes you and then goes out the other side, and you wake up. It was a dream.
But it did catch me. Like I woke up when the
Yeah.
black wind.
And roll me a
ran
wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Thank goodness for advantage. Ooh. 12.
You're. It's like you wake up from that and you recognize that it was a dream, but it felt so real. The feeling of the dream, it's addicting. And you lay back down and you fall asleep. And you do not gain your exhaustion point back. So Killian succeeded. Celeste didn't fuck with the thing, and Nyx, you don't have exhaustion, right? Or do you?
I do have 1 point
Yep,
of exhaustion
that's right.
still
That's
because
right.
I had 2 levels from
All
the
right.
Sanctum.
All right. As you like fall asleep, you find yourself in like a small showroom, kind of like your previous dream, but this is more exotic. And the tones, instead of being like you were on a stage performing, it's like you're in the middle of a room that it's got people looking at you, and you instinctually find yourself as the center of attention. And as you look around all of these individuals that are surrounding you, they're wearing these featureless masks, like a dark bronze, with just random borderline featureless. But as you like tune into them, the eye holes, you can see these sharp, piercing eyes watching out, almost like serpent-esque, and the music gets a little bit like Arabian Nights vibe. And they all start stepping closer to you with this movement, and you find yourself like enjoying it. But then they're stepping like uncomfortably close until you find yourself surrounded by all of these beings, and the only thing you can see as you turn around is their serpent eyes staring at you, and these sounds that are just consuming you and making you in this. And then you stop and you sit up. It was a dream. Dream. Roll me a wisdom saving throw. Your exhaustion is not from this, so you do not get advantage. 3. This is your second failure. Okay. Ever since you guys entered that pocket dimension, Nyx, nothing has been as easy as you envisioned it, as you planned it, as you prepared for it. But it's hard. And with that, you actually gain another level of exhaustion. And you know what? I think we'll end tonight as you guys come to in the morning off. Yeah, that's a smart move. We'll end a little bit early tonight. And I still have one for Cyrus. I'll send
Sorry,
this.
gang.
Nope, you're good. No, I mean, it's 11:15. I don't want to start like an informative part of your travel to the Silent Pines. You know,
I've been up since 4. I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So, with that, hey, I'm gonna shout out. Julia just started her own Etsy for her Wiggle Waggles and
I'm following it already.
Articulated Dragons. So if you get a chance,
Drop a
follow
link.
Daydreamer Crafts NY on Etsy. She does some pretty bright stuff that's really neat. So that I guess we are back Saturday with When Black Roses Bloom to continue Damien's campaign, and then next Tuesday we'll be back with another chapter in the Arcanus Rebirth book. So.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
There we go. All right.
How do people find out when this stuff happens?
Oh, see, I write it on my physical calendar, but the problem is when it doesn't go on, or like if it gets canceled, I don't remember to cancel, so I still try to tune in. It's really hard. I wish there was an easier way, to be honest.
You know, if you follow us on YouTube or here on Twitch, you do have the option to click the notification bell to, I don't know, to get notified when we come online. And we also post our videos on YouTube for your review and watching pleasure whenever you want. And you do get a notification when those go live. So click it.
Yeah, that's way easier. Why don't I just do that?
Yeah.
Duh.
I'm going to click it right now.
And then if you miss the stream, you can just go rewatch it on YouTube or over and over and over again.
Hey! Woo! You got that mic up there. All right, guys. I love you. See you next time. Hold on.